This is the first day of our TSI review unit, and we're working on solving equations. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, I want to rewrite this so it looks a little better. One thing you have to remember, one of the secrets to getting these problems right is to look for what they're asking for. Alright, so they really want to know 1/3 x plus 3. I actually have negative 1/3 x plus 7 equals 4. So if I change this to plus, that'll actually make it match. And I'm going to do that by multiplying everything by a negative 1. Alright, so I end up with positive 1/3 x minus 7 equals negative 4. And I'm going to go ahead and add 7 to both sides. 1/3 x equals 3. And I'll notice, hey, what if I just add 3 to both sides? That will give me 1/3 x plus 3 equals 6. Now some of you are probably going, wait a second, you didn't solve for x. But that's not a problem, because I don't need to know x, I need to know this. And this is equal to 6, and 6 is my answer. Jack and Kevin played in a basketball game. If the ratio of points scored by Jack to points scored by Kevin is 4-3, which of the following could not be the total number of points scored by the two boys? So we could do this as an expression, but I'm going to try this just sort of logicking it out, reasoning it out. And here's total. So there's Jack points, Kevin points, and total. Well, if Jack gets 4, Kevin gets 3. That's the simplest possible combination of points. And the total points would be 7, right? Well, Jack needs to do this in a 4-3 ratio. So I'm going to double this. I'm going to make that 8-6. And that's 14. And I can triple this. That'll make it 12-9. So see, I tripled it there. And that's 21. And I go by another 4, 16 to 12 is 28. Now, you can see that I missed 16. So we're pretty sure that is the answer. It says, which of the following could not be? I've got 14. I've got 28. And what do you notice? These are multiples of 7. 16 is not a multiple of 7. Now, if you wanted to get all algebra-y, you could say, well, x stands for the basic multiplier of the points we're going to do, and Jack gets 4x, right? And Kevin gets 3x, and the total is this together. And you can see that the total is a multiple of 7. All right? So that's the other way to get it. And in fact, honestly, I thought of it this way, but this is a nice way to think of it too. Especially, remember, you're trying to keep this simple, you're trying to get the problems right. Your main goal is to get your TSI credit. All right, number 3. Q plus 3 equals 8Q minus 7. They want to know what Q is. Now, some people freak out when the variable's on the right side. Other people freak out when the coefficient is negative. So it's half a dozen of one, 6 of another. So I'm going to go ahead and put my variable on the right side, because I like positives. Yes, I'm biased against negative numbers. I need to work on my prejudices. But I know it's easier to make mistakes with negative numbers, so there's a reason for my prejudices on that one. All right, I'm going to go ahead and add 7 to both, because what you want to do is isolate your variable. And 2Q is 10. So if I take half of that, divide both sides by 2, I get 5 equals Q, which is C right here.